12 mysteries that the world still can't explain. Across history, some mysteries fade with time. These have only grown louder. What you're about to see, 12 stories, no answers, just questions.
A 3,600-year-old message, and no one knows what it says. Not one word, not one symbol. Nothing like it has ever been found again. In 1908, a clay disc was unearthed on the island of Crete, spiraled with 241 symbols, pressed, not carved. Not Greek, not Egyptian, not anything. Linguists, cryptographers, even military codebreakers have tried to crack it. Some believe it's a prayer, others think it's a curse, a warning from a vanished people. But here's the problem. We don't even know what language it is. This writing appears nowhere else. Not before, not after. So was the Phaistos Disc a code meant for only one person to understand? Or a message meant for the future, for us, that we still haven't earned the right to read? Should we keep trying to solve it, or leave the message unread? Tell us what you think. Like and subscribe for the next story. A hermit covered a swampy island in thousands of mutilated dolls to calm the spirit of a drowned girl. Heads rotting on trees, eyeless faces staring from the shadows. Each doll a silent offering to something unseen. Visitors say they hear whispers, eyes follow them. Some never return at night. Real island, real dolls, real terror. Would you visit, or does this haunt your dreams already? Please subscribe. I've gone on a voyage aboard an alien spaceship. I'll be back in 42 months. Granger Taylor was a mechanical genius, and in 1980, he left his family that note. He was never seen again. Granger had spent years building a life-size flying saucer in his backyard. He claimed aliens were speaking to him telepathically, and the night he vanished, so did his truck. Years later, wreckage turned up in a remote forest, but no body, no answers. So, did Granger fake his death? Did something go wrong? Or did he actually leave Earth? You decide. There's a phone number so dangerous, it had to be deleted from reality. +359888888. Innocent at first, just a Bulgarian mobile number until everyone who owned it died. The CEO, cancer. The mob boss, shot in the street. The businessman, gunned down without warning. 3 owners, 3 deaths. No one wanted to be the 4th. The company tried to ignore it. Then they shut it down forever. Today, if you dial the number, you get nothing. It's been wiped like it never existed. Was it a curse or just coincidence? All we know is some numbers were never meant to be called. Two men, no signs of violence, just lying side by side, dead with lead masks covering their eyes. In 1966, on a remote hillside in Brazil, the bodies of 2 electronics technicians were discovered. No wounds, no struggle, no cause of death. Beside them, a handwritten note, 4:30 p.m. Be at agreed place. Ingest capsules. Await signal. Mask. They'd told their families they were buying supplies. Instead, they traveled 200 kilometers, bought raincoats, 2 water bottles, and masks. Lead masks, the kind meant to block radiation. But there was no radiation, no poison, no explanation. Some say it was a science experiment. Others, a ritual to contact something not of this world. The lead masks remain in police evidence. The mystery, still unsolved. What do you think happened on that hill? Comment below. In 1959, 9 hikers vanished into the cold heart of Russia's Ural Mountains. They were young, experienced, led by Igor Dyatlov. They called it a challenge, a path few dared to walk. Locals had another name, Kholat Shachel, the Mountain of the Dead. February 1st, they pitched their tent on a snowy slope, just shy of their goal. That night, something woke them. They cut their way out of the tent from the inside, fled barefoot into a blizzard. Some were found with shattered ribs, crushed skulls, but no wounds. No struggle, no explanation. What happened in the dark? An avalanche? Infrasound that warped their minds? A military test gone wrong? Or something older? Something that doesn't leave footprints? The case was sealed. The files were locked. The cause? An unknown compelling force. And in the decades since, the only thing that's certain is that the mountain never answered because some places weren't meant to be understood. Three men, one island, and a mystery that's never been solved. In 1900, The Lighthouse relief boat arrived at Eilean Moor, off the coast of Scotland. But the lighthouse was eerily silent. No sign of the three keepers. Dinner was untouched. Their coats still hung inside. The last log entry? A violent storm, but no storm had been recorded by nearby stations. Some believe they were swept to sea. Others think madness, mutiny, or something darker. To this day, no trace of the men has ever been found. In 1997, underwater microphones deep in the Pacific picked up something unexpected. They were built to track icebergs and whales. But then came a sound, far louder than any known creature. It was called the Bloop, heard across 3,000 miles of ocean. No whale, no quake, no known event could explain it. Scientists tried everything, triangulated it near Point Nemo, the most remote place on Earth, but the sound didn't match any pattern, and it never happened again. Some blamed ice. Others whispered, what if it was alive? The Bloop went silent, but the mics are still down there, still listening, because what's scarier than a monster? The idea it might come back. They heard footsteps in the attic. Tools kept vanishing. A newspaper appeared no one remembered buying, and then silence. In 1922, a family of 6 was brutally murdered on a remote German farm called Hinterkaifeck. The killer hid in the attic for days, watching them. He lured the victims into the barn one by one, then finished off the maid and young child inside. No valuables were taken. No suspect was ever caught. To this day, no one knows who lived in the attic or why they killed. In 1948, a man was found dead on an Australian beach. No ID, no signs of violence. Just one clue in his pocket, a tiny scrap of paper that read, Tamam Shud. It means, it is finished. Cops found a hidden code in a hollowed-out book nearby. Unbreakable. No missing persons matched. Dental records didn't exist. DNA tests? Still a mystery. Some think he was a Cold War spy. Others say a heartbroken lover. But 75 years later, no one knows who the Somerton Man really was. He landed at a Tokyo airport with a passport from a country that doesn't exist. The man said he was from Tor. The official said that place wasn't real, but his passport looked legit, stamps from real countries. Even past trips to Japan. He pointed on a map, right between France and Spain. Torred's been there for 1,000 years, he said. They'd never heard of it. Authorities detained him overnight in a guarded hotel room. They planned more questioning the next morning, but when they opened the door, he was gone. No exit footage, no ID, no trace, just vanished. The documents disappeared too. It's like he never existed. Still, no one can explain it. So, was he a time traveler from a parallel Earth, or just the slickest con man in history? Tell me what you think in the comments. The man who never died. In the 1700s, a man appeared in the French court. Wealthy, charming, fluent in every language. But no one knew where he came from. He claimed to be centuries old, said he'd known Jesus, designed the pyramids, and had the secret to immortality. They called him the Comte de Saint-Germain. He never ate in public, never aged. And after he died, people kept seeing him in France, in Germany, even in 1970s LA. So, who was he? A fraud, a vampire, or something else entirely? What do you think? These aren't tales, they're police reports, photographs, evidence, but the questions still hang in the air. Not one of these stories has a final page, just dots, waiting for someone to connect them. Which one haunts you the most? Comment below. Share this with someone who loves the unexplained.